Hello everyone, this is Sarah Fragoso and I'm back with another cooking demo. And today I'm actually cooking from my second book, the Everyday Paleo Family Cookbook. And I love the recipes in this book, and there's still ones that I use quite often with my own family, hence the family cookbook. So today I'm going to make a breakfast recipe. I love making breakfast in big, huge pans like this one, so I don't have to cook every morning. And my kids really like frittatas and quiches, and this is my creamy breakfast quiche. First of all, what we're going to do is just start to build this quiche, and we actually bake it, which is nice. The only thing you need a skillet for is to cook your bacon, and that's what we're going to start with. So I started with just about a pound of bacon, and I diced it up and then just browned it in my cast iron skillet right here. Always save the grease so you can use that for cooking later on in the day or down the road. So you're going to take your bacon that you've cooked and just layer it in the bottom of your glass baking dish, and this is a 9 by 13 glass pan. So it's okay that there's a little grease still left in the bacon, because that will keep everything from sticking to your pan, so you really want that. So just a little bit of the bacon grease in there, and then you evenly spread your pound of diced bacon. And then next, we're gonna add our greens. So I like to use spinach in this recipe. Spinach is really tender. You use it raw and then it cooks, it bakes into the quiche, so it doesn't completely turn to mush, which is great. But if you wanna use another green like kale or chard, go for it. I would just recommend that you saute it a little bit first, but since I don't have to do that with spinach, it's nice. It's like a little hack where I don't have to do as much work. So I have 6 ounces of fresh spinach leaves. This is just baby spinach. You can buy it in the bag at your grocery store. I'm gonna put that right on top of the bacon. And as you can see, it's quite a lot. It kind of puffs up, so you wanna mash it down so that you can have room for the rest of your ingredients. So once you have the spinach in, we can start working on the eggs. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is add all the rest of the ingredients right to our eggs and then pour everything on top. So you can see this is such a quick and easy assembly. With the chopping time for the mushrooms and the bacon and sauteing the bacon, it really only takes about 30 minutes to put this together. So you can cook it on the weekend and then be ready for your week. So what I have here is a whole dozen eggs, and I've whisked them already all together. And to that, I'm going to add just a little bit of black pepper just for taste. So that amount is entirely up to you. I like to do like 2 or 3 big pinches. And then the creamy part of this quiche is either coconut milk if you're not doing any dairy, or you can use heavy cream. I kind of go back and forth between the two. I really like how they both taste, so it's just completely up to you. So I have 3 tablespoons of full fat coconut milk that I'm adding right in here. And I have done a recent cooking demo on how to make your own coconut milk. So this is one of those purposes that you can use that homemade coconut milk for. So I've added that into my eggs. And now I'm adding in 3 chopped onions. So green onions that I've chopped up. 2 garlic cloves that I've minced, so that goes right in. And then our spices, I've got a tablespoon of Italian seasoning and just a teaspoon of onion powder. So that's gonna go right in. Finally, our last vegetable is just some chopped mushrooms. So you can use white mushrooms or crimini mushrooms or a portobello, whatever you want to use, completely up to you. Oyster mushrooms, get creative with this. Or if you don't like mushrooms, put in zucchini. Use a different ingredient, completely your choice. So we're gonna put those mushrooms into the eggs, and then we're just gonna whisk it all together. So once this has come together, we're pretty much done. So how awesome is this? It's so nice to just be prepared. So if your kids are back in school, or if you know you have to have a busy week at work and you're carpooling and you're doing all the crazy stuff that happens in the mornings, make this, like I said, on a Sunday, and then in the morning all you have to do, pop out a little square. You can warm it up in your toaster oven or in your microwave, and then you're good to go. It takes way less time than pouring a bowl of cereal or putting butter on a piece of toast, trust me. And then you've got protein, you've got some veggies, and you're ready for your day. Okay, so this is all mixed together now, and then I'm just gonna pour it over my spinach and my bacon. And it's a really pretty dish too, which I love, to see the green in there and all the spices. Another addition that you can make to this quiche is if, like I said earlier, you do dairy, this is a great time to add in like some Parmesan cheese or a little jack cheese on top if you want that little nice flavor addition. Okay, so what you want to do now is just kind of make sure that the eggs are covering the spinach. So you're gonna get a little bit messy here. You have to take your hands and mash the spinach down into the egg mixture. So this is the fun part. If you've got kids in the kitchen with you, they can help you do this. And then once this is all mashed down, you can see that the eggs are kind of coming up to the top here, we're gonna cover it and bake it. Now that you have your mixture together and you've pressed the spinach all down into the eggs, it's time to pop it in the oven. So you want to cover it tightly with foil, and we're going to cook it at 375 for 30 minutes. Then you're going to want to pull the foil off and then put it back in the oven for another 20. So the way you know it's done, and we'll show you this in just a minute, is when you jiggle the pan, you want to make sure that the eggs are set and that you don't see any liquid in the middle still. So I'm going to pop this in the oven and then we'll show you the finished product. All right, so our creamy breakfast quiche is done, and I'm going to pull it out of the oven here. So we cooked it for 30 minutes with the foil on it, and then pulled the foil off and cooked it for about another 20. And I knew it was done because, like I mentioned earlier, when you jiggle the pan, you want to make sure that it's all solid, that there's no liquid in the middle. You can also just kind of touch it and make sure that it's definitely cooked all the way through. And I love how this turns out. It's just so pretty with the spinach. It's vibrant and green and beautiful. It smells amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and plate it up now. Let me grab my knife here. Oh, right, I am so excited to give this a try. And what's awesome about this, it makes so much food that not only are my breakfasts prepared for the week ahead, but I can even eat this for lunch. You can make a salad to go with it, or some soup, or just eat it on its own, or some sliced fruit. You can put some avocado on top, a little salsa. Just play with it and have fun, whatever is to your liking. So you can see the beautiful layers in the quiche of all the yummy goodness that we put in here, and I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little parsley to make it pretty, and we're ready to serve. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll try it with you just to see how it tastes. You always have to make sure your food turns out amazing. It's so good. You get the saltiness of the bacon, and then like the yumminess, meatiness of the mushrooms, and the green onion and spinach. So good. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. For more on me, please visit my website, sarahfragoso.com, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. And if you want the full recipe from today's shoot, just click the link below and you can get it there. See you next time.